What's going on, guys? My name is Barney and welcome back to the weekly forum scroll number 15, and we're going to look at what happened in the forums again. Nothing special actually this week, so the Q&A was already in the last episode, so that's that. We also have all of the cards so far, so let's have a look at the cards we haven't seen yet. I don't know which one is the last one we've discussed, but I think it's maybe the Resident RPG. It's basically the same as the Wicked one. Then we have the long range pistol, and the long range pistol seems pretty okay in my opinion. Optimal distance is 35 meters, which is pretty far, pretty cool for the distance. But something which someone said on YouTube, not on YouTube, but on Facebook, was why does the pistol deal less damage on short range? That's a pretty interesting question. I don't know the answer, but he says like it's very unrealistic to have less damage on a shorter distance, which is true. But in my opinion, I think it's for balancing the game out. You know, otherwise the pistol would be too strong in short range, and short range pistols would probably have to be even stronger on short range to actually outclass the long range. But then the pistols would be probably even more OP than something like a short range machine gun, which deals a lot of bullets in a short period of time. So that's it for the pistol, and then we have the mid-range SMG. So I'm very curious why they did the let's see, for example, the short range machine gun and this and this is where I go down. I mean, the mid-range shotgun and the short-range shotgun. Why not both short, for example? Or maybe these are the basic shotguns that the Wickets don't have a mid-range shotgun and the Residents don't have a short-range shotgun. That would be pretty interesting. So that means every team, every faction, every faction has its own sorts of weapons. Just in CSGO, for example, some weapons are exclusive to the faction, and that makes the class or the faction unique, which is pretty interesting. If that's the case, if it's not, then I'm just talking bullshit over here. So that's it for the news, I think. Do we have any other news? I don't think so, man. No, I don't think so. So we're going to hop into the forums. That's what we usually do. So in the general discussion, we've had this one about 4 months to go. It's just a bit of banter. Which paying methods? We've already discussed this one, I think. Weapons expiring is just a question. Okay, so community, TeamSpeak, Discord / voice chat. Do we have such a thing here? Would probably help the people who really care about the game bond together. It's pretty easy to set up TeamSpeak and it doesn't cost much nowadays. So, we have a chat, is what iSquirt says. So if you want to join it, you can join it. I personally haven't joined it since I'm not waiting for a lot of spam, since I already have enough things to do. So that's the reason why I'm not in the chat. So if people want to talk to me, just add me on Steam, on Twitter, or on Renegade Line or whatever, and you can just talk to me. I will probably respond, except if it's annoying. So that's basically it for this topic, I think. People want TeamSpeak, and one thing which is an honorable mention is that when the game comes out, the Renegade Line will have an official TeamSpeak 3 server, so that you can talk with people in your game, or just when you're not gaming, or searching for searching for people to play games with, or whatever. Download is one of those standard questions. So I don't know if I have discussed this one in one of the earlier episodes. I think so, but Rico has made a new look for the website, and if you haven't seen it already or haven't used it, I don't use it since I just want the official thing. But this one looks pretty cool. Another background, pretty cool artwork on the side thingies. But it just looks a bit too much familiar, if you know what I mean. BFH. It's basically the same. So I honestly, although the official website from Royal Vengeance or Renegade Line is also pretty much the same as Velvet Heroes, but still, if you want this look, you can download it or something, or it's a Chrome extension. I don't know exactly how it works. Is it over here? But at least 150 people installed it, so that's a big amount. That's a pretty big amount. And then I also had something else, but maybe it's in the suggestions. Mini bomb, what's that? Nope. Best anti-hack system, we already had that. Residents or wickets, no. I can't see anything interesting in the general discussion. So we're going into the suggestions, which okay, so let's talk about this one, the pirate pistol. First of all, let's just not call it pirate pistol. Also, suggestions with one sentence are most of it. Okay, it has two sentences, but it has one line. Most of the time, when there's a suggestion with one line, it's just straight up bad, in my opinion, or in most of the cases, in my opinion. But of course, I get that people want the subjects from Velvet Heroes as a suggestion, but it happens all the time, and it's so annoying to watch too. So basically, I'd like to know, what do you think about a pirate pistol? I wish I could use it in Renegade Line. Pirate pistol in Renegade Line, how about no? So what we can discuss about this topic is, first of all, it's not going to be called pirate pistol, if there's going to be such a weapon. And second of all, I don't think the suggestion is worthless, since Renegade Line can get its inspiration from the pirate pistol, not just making a pistol with one bullet, which is pretty powerful, but maybe something else. I just don't know what. Maybe nah. I can't give a suggestion, but they can get inspiration from this. Maybe something with a vehicle with one bullet or whatever. I don't know. Something in that direction. So then we have map limits, which I wanted to talk about. I thought it was in a general discussion. So one thing that pisses Dr. Killjoy S off is the most concerning the growth of BFH was this. Oh, okay, so I get it. So his most thing which annoyed him in BFH more and more was that restricting the sizes of a map's game area. So if you don't know Battlefield Heroes had a pretty large map. But at some point, when you walked to the sides of the map, then there would be a warning that you would die in 10 seconds, that you had to return to the map. So basically, that's pretty annoying that you couldn't explore other parts of the map, and people were actually exploring it with some blasting strike cars, accidents, stuff, so that you could get on some mountains which you usually couldn't get to because it was out of the map, but because of the blasting strike you could do it in 5 seconds or something. So the devs even talked about the funneled fighting zones or paths they had created, forcing players to play the map the way the devs decided instead of letting the players decide. Buccaneers Bay was always one of the most popular maps, even in its reduced later version, because players and gameplay decided where the fights would take place. Hell, they could be raging fights almost anywhere on that map, which is true. Later maps, like the stupid moon map, had such restricted areas that, depending on your class, you had a very small sector to play in. So it took about one round to figure out which area had which group. So one thing I think is the map we have seen so far doesn't have the restriction, I think, since basically what you see over here are those mountains, and I think these will close the map, so you can go everywhere and maybe even on the mountains. But if you go I don't know if you can go on the mountains and what happens when you go over it, but I think this is the end of the map, and otherwise if you're going over it, then there might be a warning that you will be killed. But I think overall, like you can see in this picture as well, mountains everywhere, and over here mountains everywhere. You probably can't get up to them, and that's basically the map border, I think. So that's it for those 3 pictures. I needed those to explain my story, but I think Raw Vengeance is doing a pretty good job on making the maps, um, but they seem a little bit empty. So I don't know how that's going to play out, but we will see. Maybe it's maybe even if it maybe it's even better that the maps are open. Who knows? Who knows? We haven't seen the full map yet, so we don't know about that yet. Also, let's see Tiger's Gallery. I think I've already discussed the first few, but there are some other things. The semi-automatic rifle, it's not that beautiful, but if it's about the concept, I think that it might be cool. But I don't like the back part of it. It's a bit too big in my opinion. But otherwise, good gun. The Tanto knife also, the design is a bit weird. It just all doesn't really look realistic, but that's probably because he's not the best artist. Like I am a bad artist. I'm a bad artist myself, so I can't judge actually. But if this will be designed even better, then it's a cool knife, of course. If it's about the idea and not about how he made it. And then the katana, which is pretty cool in my opinion. This one actually looks great, and this is something we need in the game, I think, or maybe even a short dagger or whatever. I think I already had this one, a revolver with a sniper with a revolver in it, which is pretty cool. I already think I had this one, but that's basically it for his thing. Then we're going into Absence Threat, which he made sniper rifles with ammunition for some reason. I don't know why. That's important. But the sniper rifle seems pretty cool, pretty detailed. Also, these are concepts. That's what I know, since it's concept art thread. So these aren't finished things, and he probably won't finish them since it's just concept. And the Raw Vengeance members can maybe get some inspiration from these things. And also shovels and daggers. Oh no, knives, I think. Yeah, shovels and knives, which seem pretty cool, pretty detailed. And that's basically it for his thread. He made those 2 things. And let's see if there's something else in the suggestions thread. I don't think so. Let's check the art section. The art section. Let's see if Morse made something else. No. So I've been I've been checking this thread out multiple times in the forum scroll, but he hasn't updated it yet. So please update it, Morse, please. Let's see if Lampa made something else. He made this desert and the Red Raven, and the Modern Ninja. So whoa, I didn't actually see this one yet. So what I think of it is the right part is pretty cool, extremely cool, but I don't like the ninja so big on the gun, and the transparency, no, not the transparency, but the brightness maybe should be a bit less. I don't know how to call it, but I don't think it fits actually. But otherwise the gun is pretty great, except this part in my opinion. So that's basically it for this thing. I don't know what this means, the Japanese characters, but still. It's a pretty cool gun, except for the ninja. Maybe it should be implemented in another way, since it's the shotgun ninja or something like that. But, yeah. Let's see. Amateur skins by Twinkie. Let's see what he has. Oh, I already did this one in the last part. Tiger skins maybe is something for us. Maybe this is the last thread. The Deep Ocean. I already had seen this one, I think, or at least in Genius's thread. Someone made the Deep Ocean thing, so maybe this is another gun. I'm not sure. Maybe he had the sniper Deep Ocean, but that's basically it. Yeah, I also did this one in the last part. So nothing much has been happening on the forum since people don't know what to talk about anymore. The creativity is done for, so I think we just have to wait for some news for Renegade Line. And this is basically it for the weekly forum scroll. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Later.